Hello traders, welcome to the live stream. Am I audible to you? Just let me know if the audio video is clear from my end. All right. So US market is just opened. I'm looking at the data. 0.4% in Nasdaq, 0.3%, and Dow Jones also 0.3% positive. But before coming to this live stream, here I had marked one level and kept. Now, as per the strategy, this ideally should have been a selling pressure zone. So by the time I came live, put all this, market started correcting. So in between, I cannot take any bearish trade at this point of time. Entering at this zone or entering at this zone would have been an ideal situation. Now market here, it is creating a supporting area. Okay, this zone will be the supporting area. How it behaves within the zone, if only if it breaks above the zone, maybe positivity can be there. Until then, taking positive trade will be a tricky situation. Here also one situation is there. If market respects, only if it respects the zone, it has potential of upside move. But directly now, any entry we cannot take, because that exactly, you see, around 8 o'clock only moment came, little bit 5 minutes late I got. Students who have already enrolled to the course, this is a selling pressure zone, right? So we will see if this area, if market respects, this can be buying pressure area. Challenges is there to take bullish trade here, but see, entry here, I told no, somewhat I missed out here also. It's okay, confusion is there a little bit. Immediately as soon as I come live, I take trade. Sometimes it might go in it might not go properly. So how was Indian market today for you guys? For me, it was not that great. 10 points stop loss I gave. So how was it for you? Little bit for me, what problem happened is when market here, this resistance, when it was respecting, I said how much this level market will respect, I'm not sure. So I did not take any bearish trade here. Here one proper buying zone, this was there. I missed out here, thinking later when I thought about entering, okay, here my resistance is there, should I enter, should I not enter? In that confusion only, this momentum I missed out. So that one issue for me, it happened. And I was thinking like, okay, I'm thinking a bit slowly today when it comes to Indian market. By the time I realize, okay, I should, sometimes gut feeling will say quickly enter, but during that time, if I would have entered, it would have been proper, I feel. That's okay. But this week was a profitable week only for me, so that's not a problem. Ventadri Motors, hello. Fakrudin sir, welcome. Hajira, welcome. Srinivasa, good evening. Welcome to the live stream. See, now how I'm looking at the market, I'll tell you. Previously, this was the area. Market came down, higher lows it made, and higher highs it has tried to make. Now, if this zone market respects, right? Usually at the support, let me enter, many people will think. But if market is respecting this buying pressure zone, from here only there is a chance of market picking up. If it fails, then easily there's a chance of market testing this level, all of these things, and coming down. So at the current state, I'm supposed to take a bullish trade, but little bit, okay, let me wait is what I'm thinking. Because here also same thing, support zone is there. Again, if market comes to support, people will think about buying. Market has tested this level 3-4 times, then later it can kind of correct. Here one kind of buyer zone is there. Here any reversal might come. If I take bearish trade, I might get into problem. So taking trade in either direction is a problematic situation. That is what I am feeling right now. Now that this buyer zone is broken, these zones and all, little bit pressure it can create. What is your view about the market? Let me know in the comment section. Yeah, this zone is there as support. I'll mark this also and keep. This buyer is there. If he doesn't plan to enter here, then more selling pressure can come. Kind of what level is this? This swing. Keep it here. Breakdown, trapping. We'll look at the liquidation heat map also, get some understanding. Yeah, the bottom it is saying no liquidity. ATH. People are considering upper level only as resistance. Here they have just left it. Please come live for index. Nifty Bank Nifty. How to come? SEBI rules is there not to come. What is this zone? Confusion is there right now. Sir, what happens in budget day? Why market is open on that? Should we avoid trading that day? See, budget day things, people will have chance of doubling their profits also, double, triple, or entire capital also can get washed out. So during that day, it can be a very tricky situation only, I can say. So some people think, okay, this is a big profit making day and all those things and all, as in when in the budget they speak about some positive things. Let's say there's going to be anything good for bank related, or they're saying again annual income tax bracket, whatever it is, they're going to change, or they're going to give benefit for businesses, right? People, foreign investment, that time and all, big strong movements can come in the market, right? So usually budget days are kind of a difficult thing only to judge. You just have to be lucky to this one, and you have to be very quick in entering, exiting, all those things. So majority of the people, what I would say is, you have less experience, don't involve yourself too much. That too Sunday, I think first time Sunday and all they kept market open. This is the first time. Resistance, support, it's trading between that only. BTC has come to the supporting zone. Let me look at, less clarity only is there right now. S&P 500 gap up opening, but it's just holding, no big change. Nasdaq, nothing as per my interest I can see, or the setups which I follow. Based on that, I don't see anything interesting right now. But usually what will happen is, you see today, you consider this as a range, okay? Market was range bound throughout the day. Then definitely there's a possibility of bigger spike towards the upside or downside. by the time market close. Definitely that is something that we can expect. Both the side, many times it is respected and come. Mm, here also between the upper range, lower range only it is trading. Let's see, anything forms means we will consider. If not, no. This zone support, everyone is looking at the support. So little bit trapping can happen here. This and all is kind of anyone random cells they would have kept means this breakdown would have trapped them. Pull back. Now any correction. Whichever side we take is a 50-50%. 50-50% probability setup. Little bit avoiding is better is what I feel. What's it traders? This was a good setup. I missed, my bad. 400 450 points if we would have got, then we could have just trailed and left it off. So is not allowing. So does support, supply and demand work in Indian market, or is it good for crypto? It will work in Indian market also. 50-50. But when it works great, right? That is what it is. Is that all? Any strategy working for positional option trade? You are asking about Indian market, I believe. It is there, positional strategies, but it's been at least 2 years since I've been taking any positional trade. Especially, I think last when I stopped is during this Russia-Ukraine war happened, right? At the beginning. That is when I'm like, okay, fine, let me not take any positional trade and things like that. There was one interesting strategy which I was working on also, taking on the buy side itself. That was a very good strategy, but it had some time, worked for some time, and later, now when I'm seeing the results, no, results is not that great. So I've kept quiet. How much amount needed to trade with BTC? See, at the initial stage, you can start with even 30,000, something like that. That's fine. You don't even have to take more quantity. You can just trade with 50 lots in BTC. So to trade with 50 lot, let's say per trade $100 is required. So with that, you can think, okay, maximum risk if I take for 50 quantity, 100 points moment if BTC does. If you're taking 100 quantity, you'll make $10. Okay. So maybe let's say $10 for 50 quantity. If you're taking around 200 points as the minimum stop loss when you get set up near the buyer zone and things like that, and you can look for opportunities. So small stop loss, you can try to target 30 points, 40 points. That will be a good risk reward ratio. Let's do buyer zone holding. Even though I'm looking at the zones where there is a potential of recovery, the confidence is not coming to take the trade. Either what we have to do, we have to reduce the quantity, take the trade. If we get the moment, fine, or else we have to keep thinking like scalper and try to reduce SL and go. Something like that only we can do. If you check Fib retracement, it is good only. See this crypto strategy what I've given you guys, right? This one only if you kind of follow, it is a good strategy. Like blindly I will not give any strategy, you guys know that. Last time I said okay, I'm going to give you some strategy. 930 strategy is a good strategy, and I could have made a course also using that. I did not do all that. I've given the strategy. Whoever has traded, I think it's been 30 to 60 days minimum, at least me giving that strategy. Anyone consistently following the rules as per that strategy, definitely, maybe like who and all tried 1 or 2 days and left, nothing about them I can comment, but who's regularly following that strategy know how powerful that is, right? And the stop loss hunting strategy, whatever I follow, that also is a very very good strategy. Nowhere like I can tell you okay, you're going to make 80% return, 90% success rate. No, it's not like that. Today no setup formed in 930 strategy. Every day there's no requirement for you to trade. No, I'm telling you, like let's say there are 22 trading days in a month, avoid Saturday Sunday. In that maybe around 12 to 13, 12 days at least, you will get off easy as per the strategy which strike price you need to enter, you will get. Rest of the days only little bit confusion will be there. That time, during that confusion days also, if you avoid, or during that time if you stick to your risk reward ratio, like that if you set, then over a period of time net to net things will you know will be positive. That is what, based on historical data, based on the trades that we have taken, we have noticed. On Tuesday target hit in 2 minutes. See, so like that, after target hit in 2 minutes, are you expert trader, are you holding and going? That also matters, no? Over a period of time, that what will happen is, if any strategy whatever it is, 100 days, like one trade per day, 100 days you keep trading with the same thing, all the good, all the bad situations of that strategy, or your mindset will sync with that strategy. Okay, that time what will happen, after that 100 days things will become more familiar for you, easy for you, because at the initial stage, 1 week 2 week if you try and all little bit Wednesday confused, sir, so did not enter. Good. So when there is confusion, afterwards maybe market would have gone as per the moment, but maybe even if you don't enter, don't worry, because net to net idea is to protect the capital that you have. That one you try to protect first, and only when you have, like no one is holding a gun at your head and saying that you have to take a trade, right? That is the decision you will take, should I enter or not. So hi sir, I have sent my Delta ID to the mobile number, no response yet. They will respond today. Today they will give you an update. Here confusion is there, traders here, and BTC it's just kind of holding the zone. It is not broken yet. Sometimes here only momentum can come, that and all is there, but should I enter, not enter, I'm thinking as of now. Here if I enter, risk how much it will be? Very less, 100 120 points from the entry zone. I mean 120 points is very very small risk itself. Some kind of conviction, something we get here means we can enter. BTC is holding at this zone only. It's not yet come to here. At least ETH, if it comes here, shows any bullishness, means it will be a bit more attractive. ETH has space. This might give a breakdown up to this zone. Lot of confusion. See, when setup is forming, that time without thinking too much, if you enter, no, lot of confusions and all things like that you can avoid in the market. That is what I have realized. You have a setup, follow that setup. Based on that, you will have the risk reward ratio. Take that and just stick to that. Sir, will supply and demand work in Indian market? Is it good for crypto or Indian? Already I have answered. It is good only. Just don't expect it to work all the time, but when it works great. So use it, no problem. This zone breaks, nothing can be told about this market. So much. 138. Nothing interesting, traders. Soul has little bit more space to move if I see as per the recent swing, but it's just in indecision zone. Even Soul, for that matter, this also is indecision zone. BTC here, buyers will hold the zone or not, still it is confusing. Confusion is there. Now maybe let's say I take a bullish trade here, placing one stop loss here. Okay, stop loss is not too much, right? 150 points is very common, not that much big of a stop loss. If I enter here, the problem is this is a 50-50% setup. Okay, so let's say this zone market is holding. I will try for this and I will keep my stop loss here. 1 is to 2 point, at least minimum 1 is to 2. If I try one moment, somewhat I can try. If I get good, if not, that is the only thing I'm seeing right now, considering this as the buyer zone. So should I enter, not enter? Confusion is there. Those of you watching the live stream, like the live stream, traders, support the channel. Your course will be helpful to take trades on my own. You're asking crypto or Indian market? Which one are you asking for? In both, initially you will be getting support from our end. Okay. Sometimes 930 strategy, both put and call in 180, 190 price. In that, which one I need to consider? That time, see, if it is like that, right? Either you have to look at price action and all those things and all and come to one understanding. If you're not interested to do that, then that particular day don't take trade. Okay. Indian market concepts. See, one thing what I can assure you is you are looking at the market in a way, but once you learn the stop loss hunting concept, the way how you will look at the market will be completely different. Usually you will try to do opposite things of what many people are doing, right? Here it's a breakout. At this breakout, people will be thinking of entering, but you see it trapped. Why did it trap them? That one maybe in our crypto course I have discussed, okay, with the logic. Those kind of things over a period of time, if you keep thinking and doing opposite of what many people are doing, then to a certain extent you will be in a better position. Of course you will be making losses also, but losses, if you are able to control, then net to net things will be easy for you. I've not entered this, I've just left it as it is. Yeah, nowhere additional confirmation I'm getting to enter. just 50% should I enter or not, like that only I can decide, nothing else I can do here. I've been watching the market from the morning to till now. There is no big movement today, bro. I don't know why. It seems like Saturday and Sunday. In crypto market, usually what will happen is first half if it is kind of sideways or things like that, second half it can be a bit bullish, or first half if it is very bullish, second half maybe little bit movement it can do during US market opening time, later it can do some kind of this one. Let's see if there is any news or anything available. From morning there was no news. Around 8:30 manufacturing production, this and all is kind of less important. It says housing market index, this one medium importance. Fed Collins speech is there. Okay, that's around 9:20 9:30. So during this time any moment can come based on what they say and things like that. But when Jerome Powell speak only because he is giving the actual news, that time more momentum we can expect. As of now, which side to take is a confusion thing only. 50-50 setup is there here. If this comes here, no, if it comes here, this will become a 50-50% setup. Like this situation is getting created in market. So where to plan, what to plan is getting a bit tricky and confusing for sure. What I'm thinking is, okay, if market is falling from this zone, then it will continue a bit. But meanwhile, if this is a good situation, it will come up to this zone. Here it might go for SL hunting up to this zone at least. Possibility is there. Okay, depends how fastly it comes down, how quickly movement happens. Based on that only one clarity we will get. So this breakdown people will enter. Let's say this breakdown people will enter. Again here people will enter. After that maybe market will decide that okay, now after this stop loss is kind of low. Stop loss hunting level is kind of low here. Next space only I have is here, right? So this zone is there. Next stop loss hunting zone only can be somewhere at this zone. Here if market doesn't respect the uptrend situation, then maybe next again additional momentum here and all it can come. So near that zone, one buyer's attempt, if possible, we can try. If not, we have to avoid only. Sir, in crypto SL strategy after empty, the move should be quick like scalper, or I can take time also. The quicker the movement comes, see here, as per the strategy here, the movement was quick. So maybe little bit time if you give, if market is respecting those zones and all, it's quickly you can also reduce the SL, right? Because a little bit near the previous swing, you see here, this is as per the strategy only, the setup. Sellers are sitting here. We know the levels where they can re-enter. This is a setup. Here market to complete indecision. Here breakdown, if it gives little bit attraction can be there. If this comes here, then additional movement something we can try. If there is no interesting thing, what to do? This and all I've not taken yet, okay, just for your reference up. Mm, 500 points. Fair value graph, will it work in crypto? It will kind of work. See, you will follow some EMA based strategy, something like that, and all also, and trade you think. Those things also will work. Only thing is, every time you get that setup with conviction, you have to enter and you have to try to manage the SL properly. If you do that, you will be in a better position, or else things will be a bit kind of difficult. Mm, Breakdown. This is the low 130, 140. This has space to move till here. Here also little bit attraction might be there. Here for trapping it can move up. Everywhere it's looking like 50% setup only. How many people took the trade which I discussed yesterday? Yesterday I did not come live, but in the group, as soon as I took the trade, I had mentioned here, right? The setup I had taken. First I had kept small this one target only. Then I had also extended the target. This was a good setup yesterday. And at this point of time and all, when $188 profit was there, I had asked people to sell, because continuously, as per the strategy from the upper zone, sellers were very strong. So based on that logic only, we took this trade. No major news, bro. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mm, this the seller should kind of hold the zone. If he fails to hold, then momentum is possible. Until he doesn't hold, then still confusion will be there. Mm. See, in seller's point of view, if I see, mm, your market gave a breakdown. As long as this zone breaks, right? As long as maybe this zone breaks, there is a chance that seller can hold. We cannot be very sure, but we can say, okay, 3,300 is a zone. Hmm? 3,300 is a zone. Here stop loss is small, and if I try, I can try for 1:2, something like this we can try. But if market goes up and only this seller will re-enter at this zone, means after hitting stop loss only market might tend to correct. This one thing I'm seeing. One more thing what I'm seeing is this breakdown. This breakdown has attracted bearish traders. To trap them, little bit momentum is happening towards the upside. So many people at this down area only, they will look for bearish, right? They are getting trapped. Now after removing those people at the upper level somewhere here, if there is a correction, means that means sellers are strong, or else we can say, okay, buyers will hold the market till the upper level. So here it has come to this zone. This is also 50% chance only, but sellers have pushed the market down here. So little bit, let me see if possible I will kind of take a bearish trade, some kind of selling pressure, something I have to see here. If I don't see any selling pressure, that means the upper level might be the next problematic area. I'm in 1 minute only, right? Okay. So space, both has space to move. US market slightly negative. Just now I saw something important. So I'm not entered yet. I'm just seeing if it's going to respect the zone or not. If it does, only then momentum towards the downside. If it goes below the zone. Buyers are holding here nicely. It's hunting the stop loss. Then next, this one I have to see somewhere. Little bit it is kind of tempting to take bullish trade, definitely for sure. But seller zone is that the seller, as long as it doesn't give up what to say, how to get convinced that this can happen. Both the side 50% setup only we are seeing. This almost up to this zone it has come. Now of course I did not take this trade. The setup is kind of over here. Little bit seller zone is there, so you have to be a bit careful whoever took buy trade. It's a nice move actually. It's not based on strategy, sir. I am right, sir. You can reduce lot size if it is 50-50. That we can do. Here the seller has pushed the market down. If this upside move was kind of correct. Here if I enter around 225 points, and for this, if moment comes, first target will be up to this zone. 1:1.5, it's not matching here. Here if it moves up to this zone, we can try this zone again. 50%. The problem today what it is if you have, okay, this side market will be bullish or bearish. If you have a sense of idea towards that, even if it is 50% chance based on that decision, either bullish or bearish we can go. But market is range bound, right? This time both the set movement will be kind of possible. That time things might not work out that great for us, is the problem. Challenging only today. Definitely one setup at least for sure I will take. This upside movement was based not based on the strategy, it was based on the stop loss hunting after market coming here. Since no other stop loss hunting is there, any random people who took bearish trade to trap the market can move up. Now here this is a area where there is a chance of reversal. Okay, if market thinks okay this seller is strong, again if I go to the resistance, people who entered bullish trade, they will be in profit, so I will come down like that. If it plans, maybe downside momentum is possible. This one also has reached the upper level. ETH Soul. Once I will see of what is the situation. Soul and all is going above the seller zone. Sometimes Soul acts as a reference point, traders. This is a tricky situation only to take bearish trade after this continuous upside move. Only if the seller is strong, market can move towards the downside. So maybe if I'm taking bearish trade also now, what happened? Why am I not able to? See here, it's kind of facing rejection. So I will say, okay, let me place a sell order here. I've taken this trade. If seller is strong, 50% chance is there, they will push the market down. So based on that, okay, if seller is not strong, then he will not give me a proper moment. So I have to consider that also and be careful. This stop loss, let it go first, and then I'll keep trailing. So this trade, so much sell also is not required. If it's bullish, it will go off. If the seller zone, if it doesn't respect, so more SL is not required for this trade. 5 minutes. Let's switch to 1 minute. The seller has to hold this. Here one pressure is come, no? This pressure has to continue. If it continues, that means okay, this seller is not ready to give up this level. Okay, so he will think about pushing the market down. So if he does that, okay, little bit momentum we can get. If this seller gives up the zone or things like that, then market only after giving breakout, it will continue upside move, or it will give a false breakout, remove this weak seller, and then only fall. So that time it doesn't make sense to hold on to this trade for longer duration. That's how I'm looking at this setup right now. Maximum 1 or 2 candles we have to see. If more pressure is not coming towards the downside quickly, kind of no need to hold. So, 20. At least give a breakdown here so that from my end I can reduce the SL even more. Breakdown. Fine. All is there. Pressure zone here and all, buying pressure zone is there. Let it come to that zone first, then I can either decide should we hold, not hold, things like that. Sir, I entered in ATH at and SL at. This one, is it good? ATH also fine. SL, just bring it off here. Okay, if you have entered here, bring off the SL little above this. More than that, it is not required. Why simply take more risk? Yes, this is a confusion situation, things like that. But as per our strategy, if sellers are strong in the market, they might hold this zone. So at this zone, when there was negativity, small SL, we are just planning for 1:2 risk reward. Market is sideways, right? For us, maybe it might be difficult to capture bigger moment. If we get chance, fine, or else whatever it is, we will take small stop loss whatsoever and go. More than the stop loss, nothing is required for this trade. Okay, that is the situation. I would not say anything wrong if, let's say, your stop loss, instead of keeping here, you keep here and go. You get the moment, you capture the moment. If you don't get, cost to cost only, you will exit. Like that situation, if you come across also, no problem. I mean to say, okay. Just stick to the setup, go along with it. If you get the moment, this setup mainly is to protect the capital only. If you get the gains, good. If you don't get, don't fight. Hmm. See, why there is pressure here is because that area, to a certain extent, I said no, that is seller. If he's strong, he'll push. That is why. This is simply based, this target is coming quickly. Traders, for me, target it achieved very quickly, traders. This is too much. Before I trailed that, this one only target got it. See here also target got it. You want to exit means you exit, but seller, what did you understand? Seller sitting here, if you put pressure, nice momentum can come, right? Based on that logic only. Me too, bro. This one has potential, traders. For me, what happened this? Uh, I tried to move also. Where is it? You see, 16%. But I wanted more from this trade. By the time I changed, fine. We waited. We got the moment. It's okay. This continuation can happen. That's what it feels. See, after waiting so long, this area is a bit of pressure area. Okay, who was taken? See, like this, I feel bad. What I was thinking. I quickly went to trail also, but it did not, trail the target. I mean, what to do? Fine, fine. Usually, when it comes to here only, I would took trade in both ETH and BTC, but very less lot. Okay. Even for me, very less lot only I took because market was a range bound, no? So as per the strategy, no one say anything, but if you are in the group, here did our strategy form or not? It formed, right? That gave us the conviction to take the trade, right? What strategy formed here? Both in BTC, ETH. What strategy formed? Same strategy which I have thought here, right? Nothing else. Same strategy. So that gave me the conviction. Even though it is 50% success rate, since we have belief in the strategy, we reduce the quantity at least and we went ahead. Okay. That is what I don't know. Others, if you were able to trail the SL or not. Here one psychological level is broken. So little bit momentum can come towards the downside. But now here I cannot enter, right? Whatever moment is there at the upper level, I should have trailed and gone. That would have been helpful for me. Yes, a strategy formed, so entered in ETH before you entered in BTC, and entered in BTC also based on the strategy only. That is what. Strategy is good, traders. The strategy is very, very good. That is what from the beginning of the live stream I'm saying. Just that closely, if you keep watching when it forms, small stop loss, how we kept, bigger target you try, target can be achieved very well. Okay, that is what I mean. See, this moment and all is like, let's say in a sideways market, 800,000 points, 2000 points potential also is there. But since this was sideways market, I kept my target somewhere here, right? Maybe this buyer might re-enter, thinking like that. Before me trailing only, the moment came what to do. Hmm. So like that also it will happen, but when you have conviction, for part 2 of the strategy, I will give you right end of this month. Super sir, the best real-time example. It is yesterday I took no this trade. This trade what I took, I did not see when the setup was formed. Later only I saw. But since sellers were very strong at the zone, conviction was there to hold until $300 something, right? So that is what. Anyways, if you wish to learn the strategy, it is absolutely free of cost, traders. All you have to do is open account with Delta Exchange. The link is there in the pinned comment. Once you open account with that link, maybe 1 or 2 trades to make sure it is a genuine account. You have to take trades, small quantity, no problem. You take the trade and then you are seeing one phone number, right? That phone number you send a WhatsApp message. My team will guide you. I think ATH, what did I tell you that time? Mark the zone and keep, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you this zone, if market comes, an opportunity towards the upside will open up? Exactly based on the strategy. This moves. Beginning of the live, you go and please check. I've told that. Didn't I tell during the live stream? This zone can be a buying pressure zone. Didn't I mark that and keep? So I was speaking to you guys about it, so I kind of missed that out. Yeah, big up move from the same strategy, traders. Here in between I can't enter, because now what is happening here, if I'd have entered, moment would have come, I'd have till the SL 1:1 risk reward, I would have booked and exited, or I would have made risk 0 and I would have tried for upside move. In between I cannot enter, right? Why? Because seller is continuously putting the pressure for second time, and the buyer who's here, he is trying to hold the market. Okay, as long as this buyer doesn't give up, as long as that seller on top doesn't give up, this will be a 50-50% setup both the side. Okay, these up moves are done by big players, probably. Yes, I am only saying no, this is a stop loss hunting crypto strategy. Stop loss hunting who will do? Retail traders will do stop loss hunting? No, right? Big players only. So at those zones, at at these zones and at these zones, big players are participating. Okay, that is what big player participated here. This one, in ETH I know. Okay, this was a buying pressure zone. From here buyers pushed. This BTC, do I know why it is recovering from here? I don't know. Some things what I know I should accept, some things what I don't know I should agree. I don't know. So that is what the situation is. Stop loss hunting means only big players are removing weak players. Now let's say, okay, strongly bearishness came, people will enter quickly reversal, right? If we had held on to the trade, what would have done? Trailed and gone to the previous candle, 1 minute time frame, then maximum. Let's say this candle would have trailed and gone. At least we would have exited with 1:2 for people at this breakdown maximum, whichever you would have drilled, according to that you would have exited, right? Learn the concept, that's all. Stick to the concept, stick to the concept, trade with small quantity, see how comfortable you are with it. Over a period of time you will get conviction. Then the same thing in the beginning of the live stream I said, no, 100 days you follow. You follow for 100 days, you will get all kind of scenarios. Things will, can then we will wait above buying seller zone. If it closes, we will wait, and then if it gives a bit of conviction, then we will try. Okay, that time what we can do, we have to parallelly watch.